So the thing to understand is that AI is a term which has come into the popular zeitgeist now, but it has always existed. In fact, I was one of the sort of early users. In 2018, we used to have the GPT-2 model. Back then, it used to be called by its full name, the Generative Pre-trained Transformer 2. Now it's starting to have its own nickname. So the technology itself has always existed. It's a matter of the fact that these new large language models have made it a lot more human-like, which means that you can have a conversation with AI. So the thing to understand is that the effect of AI, so to speak, has been spread out over a period of time, and it's a disruption, sure, but it's not something to be worried about or scared about, because it's the natural order of things. Things are going to progress in a manner that there will be technological advancements, and you need to either evolve along with it or see that you're kind of left behind. So in terms of usage, I think the most common use cases and all that have developed is that the systems work really well with languages. So you see your Llamas and your ChatGPTs and your Midjourneys where you're able to sort of create very human-like artifacts. But then the uses of that in education, depending on how you want to look at it, could be very, very profound. The idea is that it shouldn't be the case that one looks at the tools and finds use cases for it. Education has always had these lacunas and these gaps which can be fulfilled using new tech or different processes that come about, and that's the opportunity that AI also provides. There are gaps in our classrooms, there are gaps in our learning processes. Teachers need a lot of help in order to be able to do things, because we are a very resource constrained space. So if this tech is able to help teachers do their jobs better, then why not? I mean, if the exploration is being done from the fact that this is what is required, and then strategically take tools to be able to fill those gaps while being pedagogically accurate, I think it can have a very disruptive and multiplicative effect on how we look at education, but it needs to be used in the right way. So one thing I would say is that we need to have a very nuanced as well as common understanding of what AI is and what AI can do in the context, in the larger context of education. So instead of being worried about it or even asking that should we or should we not use AI, the right question to be asked is, how do we use AI and any other disruptive technology in a manner which is responsible, ethical, and solves the purpose of education for that matter. So I would say that to everyone collectively, that we need to have a lot more conversations. We need to be able to have a common understanding of what AI is, and then collectively decide on, let's say, the goals and also the ring fences of how do we want to proceed. Because at this point of time, it's almost, on the one side, it's almost the avatar that will solve for everything. That's also not the case. On the other side, it's a demon which will destroy everything. That is also not the case. It's a tool in your hand, and as long as we have a measured understanding of it and not go overboard, I think we should be fine. I would like to thank Agastya for inviting us to the conference. I think it's a very good and important space where to facilitate these kind of conversations, because we tend to be in our own silos and not sort of come together to be able to even discuss some of our issues and problems or confusions for that matter. So kudos to Agastya for building that space and in the first place. And it's one of the earlier conversations. So again, congratulations on taking the first step. Of course, I've loved coming to the campus. I'd always wanted to visit. 7 years back, I was teaching in a school, and there was this Agastya volunteer who had come with a lab in a box, and they were teaching my children that the organs in the human body are not on a plane as it looks like in a textbook, but they are 3D. They are behind something or in front of something, and it was almost a revelatory moment for them. So I've always enjoyed the process that they follow, the experiential approach, and it's a very nice visit, and to be able to see some of the great work that Agastya has been doing. So yeah, thanks for the opportunity, and I wish there are many more conversations like that because we absolutely need it.